Yes. And we got a new contestant.
Yeah.
Hey, baby, I'm here.
We got the light-skinned bandit back with us for the first time.
Chip's light-skinned, but he gives us another.
Nah, your light skin different, bro. Your light skin way different on this camera.
Yeah, right here, redbone.
Yo, back, man. For my light-skinned dudes, man.
Redbone Puda.
But as we come into this episode 8, ladies and gentlemen, starting off with welcome. Thank you for joining us here again for another episode of Mizfitz Sport Radio. I am Chris, a.k.a. Yittity. Got my man Chips.
Yo, before we get started, man, I got to give a shout out to my young king, Keyshawn. It's his birthday today. 17 years old. Doing his thing out here.
Actor extraordinaire.
Actor, singer, straight A student. He doing his thing. Happy birthday, young king.
All the swag you never had, you heard?
Definitely.
Yo, and since it's his birthday, you know, I gotta drink a little Chardonnay today. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping it classy on the 1st of November. Right?
All right, and then next up we have PH.
Yo.
Back for another ep. And my man, let me get it right. Duce Pop.
Your man Chips killed the move, by the way.
Full effect, Duce Pop. He ain't got no heat. He got
Stay cold.
Lost to Boston, y'all. Close
It's called style.
Oh, my bad. You right.
Boston.
But we'd like to welcome three first in his true self, Mr. Puda.
That's right, Puda, man, a.k.a. eat cereal any time of day.
What is wrong with him?
But you should have had a bowl right now. You messed it up.
Look like a corn pop, son.
You should have been eating some corn pops right now as you said that.
My man, Rich Dollars.
Hold on. I just want to tell all the listeners and followers, I'll give you $100 if you could guess what PH stand for, man.
Yo, I'll put in on that bet too. Guess what PH stand for? I'll definitely PayPal y'all some money.
Nobody gonna guess that. Nobody.
You're gonna get mad Phil Henrys and shit.
And with that, as you can see, he is definitely a misfit. We'd like to welcome you guys back. Another week of sports, another week of events, major. We're going to jump right into it. The most astonishing, the most exciting, the most disappointing to everybody in here. Boston Red Sox are officially your 2018 World Series champions.
I'm sitting this one out. I don't have nothing to say.
Boston sucks. Boston sucks.
Nothing.
As you can see, the unruly Knicks fans
on this Yankee podcast, fans. Okay?
I mean, Knicks fans too, but unruly Yankee fans. But yeah, man,
you got to give it sucks up. The most is we all predicted it. That's the worst part.
We all knew it was coming. We all knew it was going to happen, and they was killing from go. So you can't
like the Golden State Warriors of fucking baseball.
That wasn't the expectation going into the season. I could tell
Definitely
you.
wasn't.
They do got the highest payroll in baseball.
That is the case.
The Dodgers cool. There's
normally not the case for them, which is normally not the case.
No coincidence that the Dodgers and the Red Sox are two highest paid, and they both was in the World Series.
But go ahead and spark it off, Pop. Since you talk about that bread, though.
I mean, if Steinbrenner was still alive, we wouldn't be going through this right now.
Find out the whole bar.
He would have bought every pitcher we need. He would have fired Boone. He would have bought whoever needed to be bought. But whatever, man. They won. Next
Ain't he
year,
worried about what was it? What's the salary penalty or whatever?
or he don't care.
Luxury tax.
Luxury
Next
tax. They worried
year,
about the luxury tax.
If
Don't care about no luxury tax.
if I see we sign trade for another hitter,
Well, you better be ready because it's about to happen.
nah.
No, yes, it is.
Bryce Harper
Manny
said he
Machado.
already know what team he going to. He just ain't make the announcement.
Ball Yankees, man. That's it. That's what they do.
Talking about Manny
Oh,
Machado.
he pitching now? I ain't know he pitching now. That's what's up.
They swapping for they
Yeah,
gonna
left
swap
hander.
Sanchez for the Marlins catcher.
No. I seen that they not really sold on him.
I seen that they was thinking about it. I don't want them to.
All right, so I guess it's official. Nobody really gonna say anything good about the Red Sox. Huh?
No.
Red Sox.
No. Matter of fact, I'll say this.
You want to say that name, okay?
That's what I say about the Red Sox.
All right, well, we gonna jump into early predictions. What are y'all thinking is gonna be the case next year? Obviously, we all feel like Yankees need to address pitching, but we all have a sense that they're still gonna try and go after bats.
Exactly. I'll tell you one thing. The very first pitch, the Yankees throw to the Red Sox, they better hit that batter. They better hit that batter.
All right.
Especially after that New York shit they did.
Yeah.
Well, that was Judge fault, B. That was Judge fault.
No. I'm not just talking about that.
They said it was a Yankee player. They didn't confirm it was Judge.
No, it was him.
Nah, they had the video with him. Yeah.
He was walking in the right past their locker room playing it.
Listen, PH, man. You can't be a team full of trash talkers and talk all that trash, but they don't want no smoke when they win it all, man. You gotta learn.
I always want the smoke with them. Smoke in a pancake. Let's go. Bring it.
My prediction is the 4 same teams is going to be around. Well, five. The Yankees, Red Sox, Astros, and I think the Braves and the Dodgers.
No Brewers?
Possibly, but I'm really sold on the Braves, and I see Magic, and the rest of them is probably gonna go out there and buy a pitcher as well. I feel like they're a pitcher away.
Dodgers gonna fall apart. I think the Dodgers not gonna even make it that far this next year.
Yeah,
I'm
Machado.
not saying they're gonna make it to the World Series.
And Kershaw, I don't even know the way he talk. I think he's gonna go back.
Oh,
Kershaw, but
I'll take him.
What?
No.
Kershaw right now is still better than every pitcher we got.
No.
The only reason why I say that is because pitchers that come from the NL and go to the AL do not fare that well.
Yep. You know why?
Because
no, you know why? Because they in the NL they pitch against pitchers. So right there, they got to pitch against a whole lineup of batters. They don't got that pitcher. They don't got that pitcher no more. And Kershaw is owed too much money. I think he's getting like $14 million next year.
No, his contract is a wrap.
He's a free agent.
He's trying to re-up. He's trying to get.
No, it's an opt-in option.
Yeah, but if he opt out, if
he doesn't opt in,
yeah,
free agent.
Yeah, but he's not going to opt out for less money.
No.
He's gonna hit the market. He's gonna hit the market for free agents.
Clayton Kershaw hitting the market. He gonna get bread.
That's what I'm saying.
He's not gonna get as much with the way he's been performing these last 2 years. He's not.
Well, he opting out then.
I take him over Sonny Gray.
Immediately.
Are you right?
I take him over Hart. Hat.
You mean Hat? Yeah.
Nah, Jay did his thing, man. He did his thing for us.
So you would take J.A. over Kershaw?
No, I will take, but it's about that number, that price that's gonna come with.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
Now you worried about price, but when it comes to batting, you pay them whatever they want.
How much money?
I'm not paying Kershaw. He's on a decline, man. I'm not paying him.
See, this is the problem. People want to pay for the bats, but don't want to pay for the pitching.
Speaking of pay, why they re-sign Gardner?
They resigned him from that team.
Yeah, I mean 1 year, like $9 million.
He's a Yankee, blood. He Yankee. That's it.
He need to get back to doing what he's supposed to do.
They don't give him the chance to.
Nah, he don't take it. He want to be up there swinging away like he
be hacking.
freaking Stanton and Judge. You better lay down a bunt.
The Yankees don't do that, man.
Analytics, B. Analytics.
Definitely used to.
So
what about the Oakland Athletics, man? I think they're gonna play again the same way next year.
They always be around. They always
competitive, yeah.
They always find a way of being around. They need to send us some pitching. That's what they good for. They good for developing players that they can't pay no more.
Yep. They the MLB AAA team.
They just choose not to pay. They could pay.
We're not going to just let Chip sit here with wine. We're not letting that.
Was your pinky in the air?
We're not doing that.
Oh, man. What that does?
He got his nose in the glass. Can we go to the next topic? He's
He
upset.
got a costume nose in the first place.
All right.
You know, the palate, all them cigarettes you smoke.
I don't smoke no more, sir.
All right, my bad, Teresa.
Yeah, so on Saturday, Daniel Jacobs had a fight. We're going to just ignore that comment. Daniel Jacobs. So obviously, Daniel Jacobs had a real impressive fight, and he's trying to basically get back into championship contention. And I think with this fight, I believe they said that he's pretty much in line to be next up for Canelo after, I guess, Canelo's next
or
already
Triple
agreed
G.
fight. Nah, he wants Canelo because Canelo got the belt from what I read. He wants to unify, I believe.
He wants to unify.
Yeah. So what are your takes? You know, with the fight, what did you guys think of the fight? We're gonna start with the newbie first.
He won't fight one of the Charlo first? The Charlo that's in the middleweight?
It's possible. Jamel Charlo.
Yeah.
Charlo wants that fight. He's been saying
He's been asking for it, yeah.
I don't know if he really want it, but
that's the Charlo he ran into.
Yes, yup. That's the one that was talking, and then when he walked by, he stopped talking.
He got mad quiet, he shriveled up in the little corner.
So what's your thoughts on the fight, Puda? What's your recap?
I mean, the fight was good. I thought the dude tied out like in the middle of the fifth round. Like after the fifth round, he's pretty much done to me. A lot of heavy breathing. His combinations wasn't really popping like that. He was getting caught too much with a lot of body shots, man. And I think towards the middle or the end of the fight, he was just done. Like it was written for him.
Okay.
They said that was his. They said he only fought like one other 12-round fight.
Yeah, he a newbie. I think that was only his like 13th actual
13th fight. I mean, he was
professional fight.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a 13th fight to have, man.
But so what they say about Domachenko is that a lot of people run from him. They kind of said that they insinuated that.
How you pronounce his name?
Domachenko.
When I was reading it, I was like, I didn't even want to try this name.
Exactly. You don't try to pronounce that. Let somebody do that for you.
That's my man Sergiev. That's it.
Sergiev.
Sergiev.
When Triple G let the belt that they fought for is the belt that Triple G
he vacated.
Why did he vacate it?
Because he wanted to fight Canelo.
He wanted that Canelo fight, yeah.
But people were trying to say that he was running from Derevyanchenko because he was the mandatory next guy. Derevyanchenko and Jacobs, they're sparring partners. So a lot of people was thinking like this fight. Some people had Derevyanchenko winning this. Like before.
Yeah. So Jacobs was a slight favorite.
Slight favorite.
Yeah, slight. So and they actually sparred numerous of times.
Yeah.
I think they said it was like 300.
Yeah, like mad times early on in their career.
300 rounds.
Yeah, 300 rounds they sparred. So they know each other very well, which often doesn't happen in boxing. That's why the fight was as close as it was, entertaining and a real contest because they know each other so well. And people were saying that the reason why Sergio lost the fight is because he doesn't have a lot of pro experience.
Yeah, he got winded too fast. He caught a second wind. I think it was the 8th round or the 9th round where he was like
it was the 10th and 11th.
No, maybe it was those two where he was really like throwing punches, and it was like if he would have been able to be consistent like that throughout the whole fight.
That first round knockdown
good.
didn't help.
He hurt Jacobs in the second round. He got knocked down in the first, and he hurt Jacobs in the second. He just couldn't keep it up throughout the fight.
Jacob said, "Yeah, I saw them stars."
I think he needs to just go ahead and fight Charlo, because it ain't going. Canelo's not going to fight Jacobs as the next fight.
So let me say something about that, because y'all right.
Don't Canelo already have his next fight set up already?
Yes and no.
Supposed to fight.
I can't think of the guy's name off the top of my head right now.
Can't pronounce it.
Nah, I just can't remember the name.
Go ahead, Chips. What you was gonna say?
So, Dane Jacobs, he definitely said that he wants Canelo the next fight, but he also made an interesting comment, and the comment was, after he put up a good show against Triple G, everybody else in the division was ducking him, which is why he took this fight.
Mm.
So his thinking is, now that he has the belt, he wants to fight the bigger fights like Canelo or whatever. So that's why he's going.
First of all,
I don't think he's ready for Canelo, to be honest.
I mean, how much more ready can he be though? At this point, like I feel you. Take opinion out of it.
I feel you.
There's nothing more that could get him more prepared. Honestly, at this point, he is who he is. Is he either ready or he either could beat him or he can't beat him. There's nothing more that can happen.
And I think he can fight Canelo before Triple G. He literally just fought Triple G a few fights ago.
I mean,
no, he don't want to fight Triple G again. He's not trying to fight Triple G. He wants Canelo.
I just want to see what happened outside of all of this with the politics, because that company, DAZN, is giving everybody contracts, and it's changing the boxing game a lot.
Yeah, they said Triple G about to sign with him too.
Yeah.
According to this, it's David Lemieux or Jamal Charlo.
For who? For what?
For Canelo?
Yeah.
Huh?
For Canelo in December.
David Lemieux wasting his time.
It would be exciting though. It's going to end in a knockout.
Only
not for Lemieux.
It's going to be a knockout.
Lemieux don't got a chin though.
I know, but he got power though. So either way, it's going to be a knockout. It's not going to decision.
Somebody knocking somebody out.
Yeah, somebody knocking somebody out.
What was Lemieux's last significant fight?
Gary something. I'll tell you again.
Triple G?
No, significant, PH. Not last fight, just significant fight.
Triple G.
No.
Triple G for the 100th time.
Yeah, no.
But outside of Triple G, everybody he fight, he destroys them, like kills them. He got a highlight reel that's nasty. Look up
his knockouts are crazy. I give him
Dave Lemieux knockouts.
His knockouts are definitely crazy. So, do you guys feel that Jacobs really has a chance? And I'm gonna start with PH, and I'm gonna go around on. If he does fight Canelo, who do you got? PH, Canelo, Jacobs.
I'm gonna go with Canelo because of that last fight that I seen.
Decision or knockout? If knockout, what round?
Damn, that was a tough one. I go knockout. Seventh round.
Chips.
I don't think you're ready. I will have Canelo in that fight, and I say knockout 9th round.
Puda.
I'm gonna say Canelo. I think it's going decision, man. I don't think he's gonna knock him out.
I agree. Same thing. Decision. Canelo.
I don't see Jacobs getting knocked out. Go ahead, Puda. What you said?
Unanimous. I don't think it's gonna be a split.
And it ain't gonna be easy neither.
I think he's gonna outbox him. I think that's the one thing Canelo had over Triple G was he was a better boxer, and
some say Jacobs outboxed Triple G.
Yeah, but I feel like not to that level. But that's one thing I would say. Danny Jacobs definitely got a lot of heart. So I don't see him getting knocked out or staying down. It might get stopped, but I don't see him getting knocked out.
Yo, Danny Jacobs, I know you're not listening to this, but when you do listen to this, stop switching southpaw in the middle when, like,
yo, he switched up a lot, yo.
You do it at the wrong time, fam. Stop doing that, man.
He did that a lot too.
I'm pretty sure his corner was telling him that shit too.
I'm pretty sure his corner watching this. What up, y'all? What up, Eddie Hearns? That's my man.
All right, so next up, another week in the NBA. A lot of games being played, a lot of points being scored.
Yes.
A lot.
Terrible.
What are we thinking, fellas? What are we thinking?
That's what I'm
about.
Let me start off.
Don't talk about the Knicks.
Nah, son.
Hold on. Don't disrespect.
Hey, we can't start off basketball with the Knicks, man.
Listen. Shout out to my man Klay Thompson, man. Dominant game. How many points he scored in that game?
You tell me. You watched it.
52.
Yeah, 52.
They had.
Shout out to
Why you starting with that, fam?
Huh?
Nah, let him do what he do.
Nah, son. It's like the fourth week in a row. This motherfucker been
He want to be light skinned, so he want to be light skinned. Let him rock.
Nah, why you starting with that one, fam?
Who, me?
What happened?
Derrick Rose happened, but go ahead.
Hold on. Why you starting with that, fam? Why you starting with Klay Thompson dropping 52?
Oh, all right.
Oh, you asking me?
You know why he doing that? Because he was wilding me up, Puda. You remember?
Oh, I forgot.
I'm confused, yo.
Who he scored 52 against?
Who he did that against?
Oh, damn. Yo, I really forgot, son.
Yo, but
Yo, don't feel bad. Yo, everybody who set records, Chris, everybody who set records is normally against the Knicks. So welcome to the club, man.
Nah, son. Don't start with that. Go ahead.
Yo, I'm confused as shit right now. I don't know what's happening.
he did it against Chicago, retarded.
Chicago, that's why.
Oh, that's why he was tight. Oh.
Why do you was thinking about that?
Jesus.
Go ahead, fam. Go ahead, because you real disrespectful. Go ahead. You a piece of work.
Yo, no, honestly, nobody was thinking about that. It was against Chicago. I'm just saying the way he did it.
Because he cursed me out about 13 times in the party chat. Every time I was giving live updates.
89, 187, like
No, it wasn't a close game. It wasn't a close game because they called the dogs off.
Anyway, keep going.
That's all you want to talk about? That's all you want to talk about?
All right, let me continue. Let me continue, man. Shout out to Klay Thompson, man. Shout out to Derrick Rose. The NBA is like y'all said, man. It's a like I don't even open season on the offense. Like it's crazy
how much MCA gym.
Huh?
It's the YMCA gym.
Right.
Why than they do it in the NBA?
It's to the point where they used to emphasize just moving your feet and keeping your body in front of the offensive player. You can't even do that no more, man. And they get away with so many push-offs. It's ridiculous, man.
I don't believe they don't even want to really play defense because they want to just go back on offense and get a chance to shoot the basketball.
I didn't even notice Chris turned his hat around. I didn't even catch that.
Don't talk about that no more.
What did he do that? But go ahead, Chips. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Let's just go.
I'm not gonna hop on that. I'm gonna hop on two teams. Philly looking terrible.
Ooh.
I don't know what they doing. Who did they lose again in the beginning of the season? Who they gave away?
I don't even know, man.
Like,
somebody left their team from last year.
They lost a couple people. Yeah. They lost all of them European big men.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's why, but they not looking right, man. They not looking right.
They right, but I don't think they're terrible. Terrible?
No, they're looking terrible in a sense of what they were supposed to be.
Yeah, they're not.
Okay.
They're not a terrible team.
They're not a terrible team.
But they are looking bad. PH.
Yeah, they looking bad.
No, I'll give you that. They're looking bad, but terrible now.
Look at that.
And I still think I'm not gonna give them a pass, but the fact that everybody is just like scoring and just focused on scoring and no defense, I think a lot of teams is just taking a few steps back.
I don't know about a lot, but let my man Chip finish, man.
So that's the Philly looking horrible. Houston, Melo's a jinx. Milwaukee, they on top of, you make that face. I was waiting for you to get on here. Let's talk about your boy Melo, man. Everywhere he go, man.
I'll be back, yo.
How was that?
Sit down.
He lost like what defensive players did they lose, man? Then Chris Paul missed a few games. James Harden missed a few games after that. Come on, son. That has to matter. They can't just be all on Melo. The dude
Listen, man.
He's some games. Like, this shit is ridiculous, man.
The fact that they missed the games is because of Carmelo.
Hold on, Steven. Mind your business. Mind your business, Steve. Mind your business, PH.
Listen, man. All I'm saying with Houston, everywhere he goes, son, it's bad, man.
How is
It's
this
bad.
though? How is this?
Huh?
Yo, let me ask you a question. What's OKC record?
What's OKC record right now? I don't know that. I'm gonna have to check the stats on that.
I'll tell you.
Worry, y'all keep going. We got it.
Hold up.
OKC is 3-4.
3-4.
All right.
What's Houston record?
Houston record is 1-5.
Ooh, Houston 1-5.
Son, they didn't have two of their all-star players.
Man, listen, man. If you want to stack team like that, if you're on a stack team like that, Chris Paul go down, Melo's supposed to step up. James Harden go down, Melo's supposed to step up, man. What is he doing, bruh?
Come on, son. It's not Melo's fault, man. I'm sorry. They lost two defenders. They lost two of their all-stars the first couple of games of the season. Now, when he start cooking, when they all start cooking, you're gonna be like, oh.
We said a lot of people were saying that in OKC last year too. When Melo started cooking,
had a bad year
when
too.
they gelled.
Paul George didn't have a good year.
I didn't say Paul George. He had a better year than Melo though.
Of course, he's a better player. He's
Oh.
better.
I'm glad you know that.
That'd be ridiculous to say. Son.
I'm glad you know that, yo. All I'm saying is, don't you want to argue with me? And I was giving Melo the benefit of doubt that he would lift Houston up.
You just said it's Melo is a jinx, pretty much.
Now it's looking like he a jinx, B. I tried to give him the benefit of doubt.
Don't give him nothing, man.
These boys was in here talking about he was going to help Houston because they lost a reason or whatever.
If you start winning again, and if Melo's still playing like shit, still give him the benefit of the doubt. That means
Nah, I'm not giving him the benefit of the doubt after
I
that.
see you shaking your head. I'm not talking about you right now.
My bad.
But anyway, let's get back to it, man.
Come on, man.
Philly looking bad. Houston looking bad.
I agree.
My surprise is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He just missed 2 clutch shots, not the
and those Milwaukee Bucks, man. Them boys.
Well, they just lost a real close game to Boston. I mean, they fought it to the end, but he missed 2 clutch shots under the basket.
Giannis?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
But they out here cooking, so it looks like it's gonna be them. On the East, it's gonna be them, Boston and Toronto fighting for that top spot.
Philly's gonna get it together. They're gonna get it together.
Well, they need to.
I mean, they are 5-4. It ain't like they're 1-5.
As soon as they implement my man Fultz a little bit more, they're gonna get it together.
Oh, that's your man. All right.
Nah. For the purposes of last playoffs, I didn't understand. I didn't understand how they kept him out so much last playoffs, but that's just
because he wasn't ready.
Nah, he was ready. He was cooking like the first round.
Yo, Pop, what you think about your boy Lonzo starting?
Should have been started. Oh, sorry, you asked Pop.
This dude, this rookie don't know the format, man.
No, my bad.
Let's get back to the format, please.
I think him and Braun plays very well together, and they should continue to play together. And Luke Walton he needs to get his life together, man. Did y'all see that last game where he did like 10 substitutions in like 5 minutes? Like he just kept bringing people in and out.
You know how nervous he is? Didn't he get drafted?
You gotta pick something and stick with it, and then if it don't work, cool, switch it up. But not in the same. Like you can't keep doing that in the same game. Give something a chance. If that's not working, then you move on to something else. But
LeBron gonna talk to him. He gonna say
Lonzo and Kuzma should stay in the starting lineup like they are right now. That fight helped them.
Figure that out.
Run. But what I did notice, and I think people giving LeBron the benefit of the doubt. He's in some key moments where he's not doing the stuff that he's supposed to be doing, like missing free throws, like key free throws and key shots, and
did this when he first got to Miami. He did the same thing.
Yeah, but this is his how many years in the league now? This ain't that.
Right.
He got all the experience in the world now. I can't compare this to that. But they're doing well though. They're doing well. They should keep it the way it is. What you think about it? And what you think about Lonzo's jump shot?
Listen, it's getting better. It's getting better.
Getting better. Ain't he shooting like 43% from three?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting better.
Getting better? You want it to be better than that?
No, what I'm saying is when I say getting better, I want to see it consistently.
All right.
43% not consistent?
No, it's still early.
It's early in the season, so he could go on a cold streak and drop right back down to 29% after a couple of misses early in the season. So I want to see it carry over and midway through the season, and I want to see it still clicking and hovering around that mark.
Okay.
But show my man some love though, because he's knocking them down.
Listen, you know my thoughts was on Lonzo. I wanted Lonzo to succeed. I think his father needed to sit his ass down. I'm glad he finally sat down.
I want to know how long they're going to keep going under the screen on him, because that's when he's knocking them down. Every time they go under the screen, he do that dribble step back, and he's knocking them down. I want to see how long they keep doing that.
And nigga form still ugly.
But if they go over the screen,
that step back clutch,
he could get past him and go to the basket. So,
nah, I think they purposely doing it though, because they feel like he's still.
Yeah, they don't have faith in the shot like that yet.
Yeah. They're not doing it because they're afraid of his drive. They're doing it because they don't believe in the shot.
No, I'm just saying because he hitting that shot, and then they start going over the screen.
I want to know when they're going to start going over though. When is it going to happen? That's when you know that his jump shot is respected. Once that start happening,
I don't think they're going to respect it this year.
Probably not.
If he's consistent halfway through the season, yes.
We'll see. Because, you got Chips out there. Chips going to go under the screen for the rest of his life on Lonzo. It don't matter what he's shooting.
Oh, man.
What's your thoughts on the season, Chris?
I definitely agree with the ball, Kuzma in the starting lineup. When we initially started talking about basketball, I think I said ball starting with LeBron so that he can get a flow, and then Rondo controlling the second unit. I think that's going to prove to be their best lineup and their best mixes. I think their only issue, and I think we talked about this a couple days ago, is when McGee not in the game, what they going to do. They be trying to switch to that, that small man lineup, and it don't be working. LeBron at the 5, Kuzma at the 5, like it doesn't work for them right now. So they got to find somebody that's serviceable, somebody that can, as a big man, can hit a jump shot. I've been surprised and happy to see McGee actually putting up numbers, throwing up some jump hooks and putting on some post moves out here.
Word.
I mean, he getting some minutes, minutes and touches.
Word.
Yeah.
He's not playing with 5 All-Stars. And
a chance to actually play basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I think he should get more minutes though. Instead of getting like 20, More like 30-ish.
Yeah, that last game, all of them played 30 plus. And it needs to be that way.
It should be that way. At
I
least
feel like Luke is going to get it together. Luke ain't never have a LeBron entity on a team that he was coaching.
Man.
You know what I mean? Luke is just trying to have everybody happy and everybody move the ball around basketball and nobody need to control it. He ain't never have no LeBron type player on his team. So
although my man Lance needs some minutes too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Lance got me 6 points the other night in FanDuel.
What LeBron called him? What LeBron called him?
I don't want to hear that. He didn't create that name, yo. I hate mainstream media, yo. I hate it.
Even though the scores this season, most of them have been high. A lot of them have still been close games. A lot of them.
Yeah, because nobody can play defense.
They kept those pieces.
He's like, yo, I want a shot. Let them score. Let's get back on offense.
Boy, you a Melo fan.
All right, hold on. We're going to move on into the next topic, but I just have a question. Yo, Puda, I get it. You a Melo fan. I get it. But do you admit that he does anything wrong?
No.
Can you let him answer?
I'm not. Yeah, of course, but he's not a jinx to the Houston Rockets or the OKC. Not a jinx. Out of control, man.
All right, maybe not the word jinx, right? But you watched OKC.
Yeah.
Did they not look better a lot of the times in the playoffs when Melo was on the bench?
No.
All right.
He ain't gonna admit it.
I seen a lot of games where PG-13 was shooting 0 for 11 from.
But we're not talking about PG-13.
Everybody though.
We talking about. See, look, that's what y'all always do. Y'all bring in somebody else. We talking about Melo's play.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. He bumped it a couple times.
Yeah, leave him alone, son. He gonna turn.
No, because Melo get attacked way too much.
Too much, man.
But at the same time, people that love Melo, they never see any wrong in him. Also, it's never in the middle.
Now I just don't understand the constant slander all day, any reason.
Because he's a Knick.
Melo spit on Chris Paul, son.
He did spit on.
There was a second spitter.
Yeah, he spit on him. Nah, he did.
There was a second spitter.
Same might get right, son. Oh man.
That's what happened when you join the Knicks. When you join the Knicks, that's what happened.
It's all right, dog. You know, just you gotta understand. You gotta admit, Melo just don't bring nothing to the table.
Yo, when you come on here, we are not talking about Melo.
Never.
Because Chips will get jumped. So
he's gonna take over the whole 40 minutes.
That's gonna be his whole grind my gear segment.
Whole 40 minutes straight to O. That's it.
So we're not gonna do NBA power rankings yet. We're gonna wait till we get at least a month in with the NBA, since the NBA is a longer stretch and it's a lot more games played than NFL. Mm-hmm. So Mizfitz Sports, just be ready for that. It's coming soon, but not yet. We're gonna give it a little chance, and then we can really start seeing predictions and start seeing actually how teams are gelling and playing together. So that will be coming shortly. But next topic is obviously, since we brought up power rankings, NFL Week 8 just passed, and a lot of the same outcomes. A lot of the same teams were winning. Nothing really changed as far as surprises from what I see. Did you guys see anything different this week?
The only different, no. But I feel like this is the first time we saw the Rams have to play a gritty game. They had to tough it out. That was good to see. And everything else is pretty much the same. I'm going to sit out on this power rankings. I'm going to let Puda take my spot because nothing on mine's changed whatsoever. So we should hear what his power rankings are.
What you got this week on recaps, PH?
Well,
the Jets
Raiders still looking like the Raiders. Chargers still looking like they gonna be, contenders, not pretenders this season. I think they're gonna continue to,
Who you said?
the Chargers are going to stay contenders instead of pretenders this year. I really honestly want to see the Browns play a lot better than they have been playing. And the fact that both coaches, the OC and the head coach, got fired this weekend, which was crazy because what they were saying was head coach and Todd Haley was bumping heads, wasn't listening to what he wanted him to do, was calling the plays that he wanted to call, and it was just a tug of war over there.
I don't get why you fired in the middle of the season and think that's going to help your rookie quarterback. Like,
honestly, I think it was more of a control thing. If he didn't have that locker room and that offensive coordinator was doing whatever the hell he wanted to do and not listen to the coach, what was going to happen when they bring another coach in?
No, you fire at the end of the year. You just don't do that in the middle of the season. They was playing for that coach. They was going to overtime 4 times. They didn't quit on this coach.
No, I'm not saying that.
No, what I'm saying is you wait until the end of the season to fire them. Because now who knows what happened in that locker room now?
That's why I thought it was crazy, because it wasn't like they were doing bad, B. They were in games. They just, they got their first victory in a long time. It's not going to turn around. They're not going to become a Super Bowl contender the first year after you being terrible all those years. So they're in games now. They're making moves, and the coach they just fired just made an interesting statement in the media today.
Yes, he did.
If we did what we did this year, if we did that year one, we'll be winning. We would have been winning a whole lot more games.
Yep.
So, you just got the ship right, and you stuck with that coach. So why get rid of him now after you're in games and you're seeing progress? It was just crazy to me.
And then when you look at who they lost to, like, they lost the teams that they were supposed to lose to, but was battling them. Mm-hmm. And you, like, it's just silly. It's silly. They lost to the Steelers twice. They lost to they tied with the Steelers and lost to the Steelers. They lost to the Saints by only 3. They beat the Jets. They lost to the Raiders in overtime. They lost to the Ravens by 3 in overtime. They got smacked by the Chargers. They lost by 3 in overtime to the Bucks. Like, that sounds crazy to me to fire a coach over that. But it's something in-house. It's something in-house that made them do it.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. That has to show that it was something wrong in-house that they just couldn't fix.
What you think so far this week, Puda?
I mean, it was pretty much the same old shit, man. Honestly, the same teams beating everybody. Who did Kansas City play last week?
Who?
Denver?
Denver. I thought Denver was really going to pull that one off, man. And at the end, it just got out of control. Let me see.
I mean, it didn't get out of control. They won by a touchdown.
It was closer than that, though.
Yeah.
It was a little closer than that. I guess I don't want to make it personal, but I'm going to have to.
There you go.
Fucking Giants, man.
We don't talk about them on this show.
Nah?
Oh, you lying. Speak your mind.
He's lying.
All right, let's talk about the Niners then.
No. First off, he's lying. You can talk about the Giants. Keep on going.
Let's ain't talk about them.
Well, I didn't go yet.
I'm just
go with this shit, man.
I'm just sick of year after year it being, all right, we're going to try this again next year. It's like, when does it stop, man? When can we finally get it together? What is it going to take? And now we're starting to get rid of everybody, and I got to pray to God we don't trade our only 2 gems in Saquon and Odell. And every Giants fan I'm coming across, they want to get rid of Odell.
What you saw out there, Chris?
Same exact stuff, man. It was a close game this week, but obviously for the Chiefs, it was a divisional game. I've been saying it all year. Divisional games have been a whole year. So I don't weigh them the same as, out of division games this season for some reason. Like, it's way more competitive.
They played them tough both times.
Yeah, very tough. Everything else just really the same. I mean, not seeing much difference. Teams are being who they are. Like, you're really starting to see a lot of teams get into a groove, and barring any injuries, teams are really taking over their divisions now. Like, the Texans are not playing. The Texans are definitely proven to be a force to be reckoned with in the AFC. I feel like the way that they've been playing now, if they were to meet up with the Chiefs, it would be a very good game.
They was on our
deadline looks like
on, right?
It was straight out of Madden. It was teams making trades, teams, the rich getting richer. And I feel like a lot of the teams that really made trades that bettered their team, you can tell they're making a push for the season now. They're making a push to win now. And a lot of the teams that were like, all right, we still got some time to grow, was looking for picks. And so I think that was definitely key this week in week 8 before the trade deadline on Tuesday. Go ahead, Chips.
So, I mean, everybody touched on everything, but one thing that nobody's mentioned is a lot of tough games. There was a lot of games this week where maybe Pop touched on it, where you really saw what teams were made of. Like the Rams game, they had to play a tough game against Green Bay. The Saints came through and played a tough game against Minnesota. No, was it Minnesota? No, they played. Who the Saints?
They played Minnesota.
The Saints played Minnesota.
Yeah, the Saints played Minnesota. Tough game. They did what they had to do. So I think it's really the field is really starting to show who's your contenders, who's your pretenders, and the playoffs is really starting to shape out. To the Houston Texans, that was my big turnaround. They are really playing real well. Like Pop said, they were in, I think, week 2. I think I had them in my bottom 5, either week 1 or week 2. So they completely turned it around. Deshaun Watson came back, and he's playing real well. My Giants need to let Kyle get in the game and play.
We don't talk about the Giants. We don't talk about the Giants.
Jail, man.
I'm
about to go to jail, son. He ain't playing no football.
That's crazy. So you as a man have to know, like, all right, my team is in turmoil. I'm about to get in the game. You know what I'm saying? They about to call my number any minute now. You drive down the highway. First of all, New Jersey State Police, Highway Police do not play. They do not play. Why are you mouthing off to them? Because they're going to lock your ass up in a heartbeat.
Because he got the complexion for the protection.
Privilege.
And he probably was like, yo, you don't know who I am?
Yeah. Nah, B, you ain't started a game yet, B.
Exactly.
Oh, he definitely hit him with I play for the Giants.
Exactly. They said, what? No, you don't.
He definitely pulled out his MetLife badge. He definitely.
So, so like the Giants is a mess. So that, I mean, like I said, it was pretty much the same. Like I said, the playing field starting to level out. The Rams, they going for it this year.
He was going for it last year, and then
with the trades they made, they going for it this year. Like, they ain't playing.
What y'all think about the Vikings, man?
Oh, disappointment, man.
Get them chips.
Disappointment, man. I told you what they was gonna be. First of all, Kirk Cousins, he ain't the man, yo.
I just want to say this is your third flop, though.
Who that?
We was like, starting off. They gonna be the disappointment. A couple games, I'm wrong. They good. I told y'all disappointment. Nah. But you're right though. That was a good pick.
Yeah, but
before y'all get into your power rankings, the Texans was in our bottom 5 and they moved out.
out of there.
How about the Jaguars being in all our top fives
and moving out?
And they slowly getting down to the bottom. Slowly but surely, they working their way to that bottom five.
Blake Bortles.
Oh, they been 5. Nah, running backs not being there too. But yeah, Blake Bortles.
Blake Bortles.
But definitely Blake Bortles.
So my last, before I get into my power rankings, is Tampa Bay's quarterback situation. They need to figure that out, man.
Yes.
Like that's
Fitzmagic. Let him play.
Like a zoo down there.
Let Fitzmagic play.
They had one bad game.
1.5.
No, but it was a lot of people saying as soon as boy get healthy, he got to play. There's a lot of people saying that.
Nah, number 1. Fitzmagic, B. Let him rock.
Yo.
I mean, but look, what happens if he has another bad game again? What then? What are you gonna do?
Yo, Jameis Winston. I think they said either more or equal has same amount of interceptions.
Yes, they did. And fumbles.
As Sam Darnold.
No.
And he was out the first 3 games.
They said
he had 10 picks, I think it was, in the last 3 weeks or 4 weeks. That's crazy.
I forgot how many games it was, but he had like a total of 90 turnovers, interceptions, and fumbles, and the only
That's since his rookie year. Yeah, since his rookie year, since he got to the league.
Quarterback who had more was Blake Bortles, your boy.
Blake Bortles.
I thought you was gonna say Eli.
Yo, nah, man.
So, Chips, what's your power rankings?
Yeah, so let me start it off with the low. I got a new number 32, man. Your 49ers moved up, baby. They moved up.
Hold on. Wait a minute. I know you better not be a hypocrite right now talking about your power rankings bottom done change.
It changed, sir.
I'm listening.
So I got the Raiders the new number 32.
How, sir? How? The
reason why is because
I ain't asked you yet. I ain't asked my question yet. It was rhetorical, sir. How? Because weren't you the one that said, oh, how a team jump up if they ain't lose? So how a team drop down further if they ain't win?
Here's how. Because the 49ers had a significant lead in the fourth quarter last game, and the Raiders just looked horrible.
So what you're saying is, hold up, Pop, hold up. So what you're saying is, sir, is that something other than the outcome of the game could change where your power rankings is. Is that what you're saying? And how the game was played could make a difference?
Yes, but here's the key difference. Here's what you're missing. Here's what you're missing with that argument. Mm-hmm. You brought the Pats up from 6 all the way up to 2.
Yo,
I'm flip-flopping one spot.
I'm sorry. I was going to sit this one out. You do realize that the 49ers lost to the Cardinals, right?
Yes, I do realize. And the Cardinals also moved up for me.
They have to move up. That's fine.
Yeah, so.
But the 49ers was last.
Yes, right? They was last. But they had a lead in the fourth quarter.
Who was next to last?
Who was next to last?
Yeah.
Last week for me, it was the Cardinals and then the Raiders.
Okay. So if the 49ers, who's the last team, lost to the team that's next to last, how do the Raiders get worse?
So here's how. Here's my reasoning. They got worse because they lost a horrible game.
Who they lost to?
Who did they play? Let me see. I just had the scores up. Give me a second.
The Colts, who was like number 6 on everybody's list.
Who did they lose to?
The Colts.
Raiders lost to the Colts.
Yeah, they lost to the Colts. And what was the score?
42 to
28.
Exactly. So
you don't get out of my screen.
So they here's my reasoning. They got demolished. The 49ers had the lead in the fourth quarter. They played a pretty good game. Took an L, but they played a good game. So in my power rankings, the Raiders fell to 32. 49ers moved up to 31. Arizona, because they won, moved up to 28. And then I followed 30 and 29 with the Giants and the Bills. because Arizona got the win, so they moved up to 28. So that's my reasoning. All right, I moved. I flip flop.
An hypocrite, dog.
I'm not a hypocrite.
You are a hypocrite.
Your power
rankings changed.
My whole argument. Time out, fam. You want to be literal because I said you can't move. You can't move.
I'm gonna be literal because I'm gonna take you for what you say as what your mindset is.
No, what I said was my argument on the power rankings was you cannot move a team from 6 to 2. That's what I said.
I didn't move the Patriots to 2, sir.
You didn't have them in number 3. You put them over. You didn't have them in number 3 side when you moved them.
No, Patriots is not number 2. Patriots is not number 3 for me. Saints is number 2 for me.
It was me.
Whoever had it, they moved the Pats up. That was my argument. My argument was that you couldn't move them so far ahead.
I moved them from 5 to 2. I moved them from 5 to 2.
Which is still too much for me. You
just moved the Raiders from 3 to 5.
No, I moved the.
He moved the Cardinals from
second to last to
1
because they won. Because they won and all the other teams lost.
But that's the same jump.
No, time out, fam. It's not because in the top 5 the other teams didn't lose.
Yes, they did.
No, they did not. Only team that lost was the Chiefs.
And that's who I had at number 2.
Yes, but you moved them over teams that won.
Because the win was impressive.
Listen.
Again, he can give his reasoning that it's something other than a win or a loss to support his argument. But when somebody else does, it doesn't make sense.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not my
That's
point.
exactly what you just did, sir.
Listen, son. Listen. My whole argument was when PH brung up the fucking college power rankings. This was my argument. My argument was how far you moved them up. That was my argument. Okay, not moving. So when you said,
you're talking about the Patriots. I said the Saints, and you got mad at me for moving the Saints from 3 to 2.
No, I did not.
I moved the Saints from 3. Yes. I moved the Saints from 3 to 2. No. Because I said of the way they won and they showed versatility. And you said, how? Because the Chiefs still won. So you bringing them down, they get faulted for winning the big? That's what
because the Chiefs won 47-10.
But okay, and again, my argument was how they won proved the point to me. And now you're saying how the team lost proved the point to you, right?
No, the Chiefs won 47-10, and you was trying to say, oh, but it was just the offense. How dumb is that, man? How dumb is that?
What do you mean? They won the same way they won.
For the people who don't remember, what they're saying is
fill me in because I don't.
The Chiefs won a game where they blew a team out.
The
Saints won the game running the ball, playing defense. It was like a closer game. Chris was more impressed with how the Saints won, so that made him feel like, I think they're a better team. So Chips is saying they won while blowout, so they shouldn't have moved over them.
What you think about that, Puda?
I'm not. That was too much fucking confusion for me, man.
All right, basically, this is what it is. When I said what I said, it was the same episode Chris said what he said. We both of our reasonings were how the team won, regardless of the records, because everybody's record was pretty much the same. One loss here, maybe 2 losses. It was who they beat and how they won. And Chips was feeling like you can't move a team from, I had the Patriots at 5, I had the Chiefs at 2. The Patriots beat the Chiefs, but the third team and the fourth team, they both won. I had the Patriots skip over the fourth and the third and take Kansas City spot. He felt like that shouldn't be that's not a smart move because the fourth and the third team didn't win. I just felt like the Patriots showed me that they're better than 2, 3, and 4. So they're the second best team.
And just to be clear, when I made that selection and said that the Saints were number 2, That was when the Chiefs lost to the Patriots, not won 40-something to 10. So be clear. That was when the Chiefs lost 43-40, and you was like, they put up 40 points.
No.
That was when I made that statement, sir.
Nah.
I don't remember I don't remember what.
If it was the week before, though.
It definitely was, because I know we had the argument. What'd you say?
I didn't put. So that was the Chiefs' only loss. I wouldn't have put a team with one loss above an undefeated team. That was when I put the Saints over the Chiefs, sir.
When the Saints won.
Before that.
No. What Chips is saying is they both had one loss at the time.
No, that was when I made that argument, because it wasn't last week's episode. It was the week before that, because that was when the Chiefs lost, week 6.
That's possible.
Nah, I think you're wrong on that, and we could go back and check the tape.
Did you say week 7?
But again, I would not have put a team that lost above an undefeated team.
When did they lost?
Chris, I think Chris is right, because week 7.
Which was last week's episode.
You sure it wasn't week 6? 7. He said that.
Week 7, Kansas City won 45-10. Beat Cincinnati 45-10. And that same week, New Orleans beat the Ravens 24-23.
And that's when we had the argument.
That was
right.
Okay.
So that's when we had the argument, when me and Chris had that argument.
Yeah, that's when it was, Chris.
Yeah, that's when we had the argument.
So it was after, okay.
Yeah.
So Puda, that's what I'm saying. Pop explained his, and then the beef with Chris was that he put the Saints over the Chiefs after they blew out a team 47-10, but because the Chiefs played an all-around game and won 24-23.
Saints, you mean?
Yeah, the Saints. He flipped the thing. So even that wasn't even that bad when you go back to my power rankings, because I don't know I can't remember where you had the Saints at. If you had the Saints
after all of that, none of those teams exited your power rankings, right?
No, they still was in the top 5. It was just shuffling.
Yeah. So my point, and the argument is, you can't say I'm being a hypocrite because the Raiders lost, the Arizona won, the Bills lost, the Giants lost. So Arizona flipped 2 spots or 3 spots.
No, my argument was if the 49ers was...
I'm talking about Chris, because Chris sounds a hypocrite.
Arizona is not my reason for calling you a hypocrite, sir.
Your reason is because I put the Raiders as the worst team, because they got blown out, and the Niners...
But to your argument, when I moved the Saints above the Chiefs, you said, how can you fault the Chiefs for winning? So again, your argument right now is, based on how the 49ers lost, it shows that they were the better team.
Yeah,
my argument last week was based on how the Saints won. To me, they're the better team.
Both teams lost, but yet you still swapping
them. The reason why, again, is because the Raiders got blown out.
No, we understand that. But he did the same thing for the winners.
Listen, I don't know how to explain the difference, and maybe we just got to agree to disagree. The Raiders lost.
We get stuck on this.
The Raiders lost.
Yeah, you're a hypocrite. We're gonna agree to disagree that you're a hypocrite.
No, we're gonna agree to disagree that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That's what we're gonna agree.
You just said the exact same thing. Go ahead with your top 5, sir.
You did, though.
Anyway, let me finish my top 5. I got the Rams, Chiefs, Saints, Pats, and Chargers. Same as last time.
That's my exact top 5, so I don't even need to go.
Who your bottom 5, Puda?
I got the Cardinals, Bills, Raiders, Niners, and Giants. Only because the Niners actually lost their quarterback. We still have ours. And we have 2 gems. So
wait, you got the Giants at 32, like worst team?
Yeah. Under the Niners, yeah.
PH?
Bottom 5. Raiders, Bills, Giants, Cards, Niners.
Yo, you hate the Raiders, yo.
You said that fast. Hold on.
Raiders, Bills, Giants, Cards, Niners. And top 5, Rams, Saints, Pats, Chiefs, Chargers.
So hold on. What was your bottom five?
Raiders, Bills, Giants, Cards, Niners.
The Cardinals beat the Niners.
Raiders, Bills, Giants, Cards, Niners.
Go ahead.
You want me to say it one more time?
Nah, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. When niggas is supposed to move you on one, this is crazy.
That's his power. That's his bottom five, man.
Y'all two not gonna speak on that? Pop and Chris?
Why?
I bottom five.
Why?
Y'all not gonna speak on that?
Speak on what?
The Cardinals beat the 49ers, B.
Listen.
Okay.
Again, he taking different factors into consideration. That's all.
Okay. All right.
You just take different factors into consideration?
It is valid.
And it is the bottom. I mean,
Niners' whole team is hurt. I mean, they should be lower, but nah, I give them a lot of respect for being in games that they shouldn't even be in.
Okay.
My bottom is Giants, Raiders, Bills, Niners, Cardinals. My top five is Rams, Saints, Chiefs, Patriots, Chargers. That didn't change.
Yo, keep sleeping on Cam Newton and them Panthers.
I still got to see more from the Panthers.
Pop, are they better than the Chargers?
I said it last week.
The Pop, they are.
Yo, the Ravens ain't a sleeper?
All right, Chips. Look. They sleep all right.
Oh, shit.
Go ahead and throw that out there, Pop.
All right, man. So
let's see what the Panthers played.
Your man Chips came out with the bold statement a couple episodes ago about LMA and Beyonce. So we're gonna get back into
whatchamacallit.
No.
That's probably the worst song on the album.
Nah, that's so funny, nigga.
The worst song on the album.
All right, that don't mean it's bad if you think it's the worst song on the album.
No, I think the song is bad.
Nah, you bugging the fuck out.
We gonna give some reviews of some new music. So the first song, new release that came out was a group called Zay. They piggybacked off of Her, and then it was a him, and then it was a Zay. But they have a song with Wiz Khalifa called What I Know Now, sorry. What we gonna do, we're gonna go around fire, cool, or dirt. Yo, PH.
Dirt.
I said dirt.
Which one is it? And tell me why.
It's cool. I'm not a big R&B dude, but it got a nice hook, nice beat. Something I would listen to. I wouldn't pick it out to like, hey, let me listen to this song. But if it came on, I'd rock to it.
All right, what you think, Puda?
It's cool, man. Like, I'll sweep the floor, you know what I'm saying, while I'm listening to it. I like the Wiz Khalifa part.
Hold on. Why are you shaking your head, though?
No, we're not. It's not an argument for now. Go ahead.
But it's not the song I look for. You know what I mean? Like, let me go listen to it. It was cool. It had a cool vibe. So.
You got a problem with that man sweeping the floor, fam?
I didn't even say nothing, fam.
Now, I'm asking you a question. You got a problem with that man sweeping the floor, keeping his crib clean?
I'm not saying nothing, man. Yeah.
What you think, Chris?
So, I think Lamarcus.
I say it's dirt, man. I thought the song was trash.
Yeah, dirt.
Trash. I thought the song was trash.
Dirt, no whiskey.
Like, I don't know. I felt like I was listening to the same thing throughout the entire song. Like, I couldn't, like, I had to listen to it twice to just pick out, no, that's lyrics. Okay, that's not just the hook going round and round and round. So, yeah, it was trash to me.
What you think, Chips?
I say cool. I like the little. It kind of reminded me of like the Limp Bizkit type music. You know what I mean? A little bit of.
Say that again.
Like Limp Bizkit, and that kind of vibe. Like a little bit of rock and roll. A little bit of hip hop edge to it.
You saw the video?
No, the sound. The sound.
You just couldn't sweep the floor to it.
I thought that when I saw the video. That's why I was like, oh, it's a little.
No, yeah, you can hear the heavy the guitar. You know what I'm saying? So
you just couldn't sweep the floor to it though.
Yeah, I ain't sweeping, fam. I got killed, man.
All right, so second song, Gucci Mane featuring Bruno Mars and Black.
I smacked the shit out you right now.
The name of the song is called "Wake Up in the Sky." Go ahead, Puda. What you think?
Bruno was spitting that hard, blood.
Who?
Nah, that song fire, real talk. The video fire too, though.
Chips, what you think of the song, Chips?
Trash. Anything with Gucci Mane, trash.
What?
Gucci
Mane is trash?
So you not even giving it a chance.
Are you serious?
I'm mad at my man Bruno for even doing a collab with that nigga.
So you didn't really give it a chance.
It's trash.
Now with him for doing a collab.
First of all, it's not trash, it's dirt. So
Dirt diggity.
So you rather him do a collab with Cardi?
Old dirty bastard. What? Thank you.
He's trash. All right, go ahead.
Go ahead, PH.
I'm gonna give that fire. I like this song. It's definitely popping. Like my man Puda said, Bruno was spitting that hard. So I definitely would give that a fire.
What you got, Chris?
I say it was cool. I'm not a fan of Kodak. Gucci got catchy songs, and Bruno, I feel like Bruno is on that wave now where anything he touches is just exploding. So for me, it's cool, mainly because Bruno on the track.
I agree. But I believe Bruno been on that wave for a while now.
Yes.
Anything he's been on that.
Living legend.
All right, so the next song, we got Anderson .Paak.
You gave yours?
Nah, I'm going with shit. We got Anderson .Paak featuring Kendrick Lamar, Tense. What you think of that, Chips?
I think it's... I'm caught in between fire and cool. I really like it. I like the beat. It's smooth. It's a nice two-step song. So I think I would have to give it the edge and give it the fire.
Chris, what you think?
I'm gonna go dirt for 100, Bob.
What? What's wrong with your man? Yo, whose child is this, man?
I'm gonna go dirt for 100.
Not all the way up to the mic.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of the sound, like Anderson .Paak sound. I'm not a fan of his sound. And personally, I feel like Kendrick is overrated. So adding him to the song doesn't make it fire to me, like the way Bruno makes that Gucci song cool. So for me, it was dirt.
Puda?
Fire, man. Fire.
I'm gonna go with dirt.
Definitely help, man.
You putting that on your iPod?
You put it on my iPod. You my connect.
What you think?
You mean the iPod that he pays for the music that he puts on there? Yes. Yep.
Nice.
We pay for our music.
I would never download anything illegal ever.
Ever.
He's still putting it on my iPod.
PH, what you think?
I'm gonna go with between cool and fire. It was definitely a different kind of sound to me. Like when it started off, I thought it was gonna be something totally different, but it caught me off guard. It was alright. I definitely liked it.
All right, so we're going to go back to Simon, a.k.a. Chris, for the last song.
What did Chris had 3 garbages in a row? 3 dirts?
Nah. He got 2 dirts in a cool.
2 dirts in a cool, son.
You had 2 in a pocket?
No, the next time I do this, I'm going to make sure to put some straight R&B on there because obviously,
those who don't know,
obviously rap is going to be no more than
dirt.
Rap on there.
So go ahead, Chris. Tell me the P&B Rock, All of Us featuring Lil Durk and A Boogie. Tell me, go ahead, say it.
Can I get a dirt for 1,000? Just one dirt for 1,000, please.
I'm not even gonna ask you why, chicks.
No. I want to hear this. Go ahead, Chris. I want to hear why.
Trash.
Yo, if it has a rapper on it, did it have a rapper on it? Because I'm sorry, to be honest, I didn't listen to the song. It had a rapper on it?
A Boogie and Lil Durk.
Lil Durk, yeah. A Boogie with the city.
Don't like rap, man. That's it, man.
Don't disrespect me, fam.
Go ahead, chicks. What you thought?
I think it's a cool song. It could have been fire. Who's singing when on that song? Like the auto tune, like they all sound the same.
Deep dirt. Dirt.
I didn't listen to the song. So.
Like if you didn't know how A Boogie sounded, like between P&B Rock and Lil Durk, you'd be like, okay, who's this? Who said this? You know what I'm saying? That's the only issue I have with it.
Lil Durk sound like them on the song?
Yo, it's like the same person singing the whole shit.
What's
it's the auto-tune though.
PH?
I'm gonna have to go with dirt for 1,000 too. I don't like the way that sound.
That's two dirts in the cool.
Huh?
That's two dirts in the cool.
No, that was two cools of fire.
No. It's on this song.
Oh. Nah, yeah, I just don't like the way it sound, man. I hate this.
Man, y'all some old heads, man.
Yeah, yes, I am. I'll take that.
No, that's the issue. That's the issue, because I hate that everybody sounds the same.
Tell Keyshawn come down here. We can put that on for
that nigga probably sleep. He just came from rehearsal. He had a long night.
All right, man. So we got Zay. What I know now. We got Gucci Man featuring Bruno Mars, Kodak Black, Wake Up. We got Anderson Paak featuring Kendrick with Marv Tint. And we got P&B Rock featuring Lil Durk and A Boogie, All of Us.
Super dirt.
Go check them out. See what y'all think. You know, we got people that don't like rap, and we got old heads that don't like the new flows.
Hey, man.
Get us out of here, Chris.
Leave your comments, man. Go check out the songs. Give your opinions. Obviously, I feel like you're gonna agree with me, because if you got good music taste, make sure you comment on Chip's reckless power rankings, because he's disrespectful.
I moved your 49ers up to 31, and I'm disrespectful, fam.
Yep. Don't even talk to me. I'm about to mute you. Don't talk to me. But we would like to definitely say thank you for showing up, sir.
For having me, man. I'm definitely gonna be back. It's a fact.
I don't want to say what he was doing.
I need you to look at the camera a little bit more.
But,
look at the camera a little bit more, though, man.
I also want to add, just don't forget, man. Let us know what PH stand for. Please leave it in the comments, man.
Ain't nobody gonna guess it.
And on that note, man, as always, we appreciate you misfitting with us. Another episode in the books. Do say Pop, PH, Chardonnay Chip.
CC. They call me CC.
Puda.
They call me CC.
You know, number 2 Puda. And as always, your boy. We out here.